Developmental kinesiology is a fascinating field that explores how we learn to move. It is the scientific study of human movement unfolding across our entire lives, from the very first reflexive twitches of a newborn to the careful, considered steps of an older adult. This discipline doesn't just look at muscles and bones, it examines the complex interplay of the nervous system, our brain, our environment, and our experiences. It seeks to understand the predictable patterns of motor development while also acknowledging the unique journey each individual takes. Understanding this progression is crucial for parents, educators, therapists, and anyone interested in promoting a lifetime of health and well-being. The importance of movement extends far beyond simple physical prowess. Movement is the primary way we interact with and learn about our world. For a baby, reaching for a toy is a profound lesson in cause and effect depth perception spatial awareness. For a child, mastering the monkey bars builds strength, builds confidence, builds problem-solving skills. Throughout adulthood, our ability to move efficiently allows us to work, allows us to care for our families, allows us to engage in hobbies that bring us joy. In our later years, maintaining mobility is the very key to preserving our independence, preventing falls, and sustaining a high quality of life. Movement is fundamentally linked to our cognitive health, our emotional state, and our overall vitality. This essay will guide you through the remarkable stages of motor development, providing a clear, stage-by-stage look at this lifelong progression. The narrative that follows is designed to be clear and accessible, much like the voice of a calm and knowledgeable guide, using straightforward language to explain scientific concepts in a way that everyone can grasp. The journey of movement begins in infancy, a period of astonishingly rapid transformation. A newborn enters the world equipped with a set of primitive reflexes, involuntary movements that are essential for survival. The rooting reflex, to find nourishment. The Moro reflex, a startle response, a vestige of primate ancestry. As the brain's higher centers begin to mature, these reflexes gradually fade, making way for more voluntary, purposeful actions. A critical milestone is development of head control. Tummy time, awake and supervised, is crucial. This activity encourages lifting against gravity, strengthening the neck, the shoulders, and the upper back. From lifting the head, the infant progresses to propping on forearms, which leads to rolling. First tummy to back, then back to tummy. Following mastery of rolling, core strength paves the way for sitting, initially supported, often tripod, until they can sit independently, freeing the hands for exploration. The drive to explore propels locomotion. Some become expert crawlers, others scoot or roll. This phase is problem-solving through movement. The culmination is transition to upright mobility, driven by curiosity to see the world from higher. They pull to stand, using furniture. They cruise, taking tentative sideways steps while holding on, building leg strength, balance, and confidence. Then the final leap, letting go and stepping independently, often around the first birthday, marking the beginning of toddlerhood. Once a child takes their first independent steps, the world of movement opens up in an explosive way. Early walking is wide-stanced with arms high. With practice, the gait smooths, steps grow confident, and arms swing rhythmically. Soon walking transitions into running, pursued with boundless energy, even if it means frequent tumbles. By ages 2 to 3, gross motor skills become more complex, balancing, climbing, and jumping. They learn to jump, first a clumsy hop, then a 2-foot takeoff and landing, and throwing evolves from a chest push to an overhand motion. These are not just play, they build bone density, muscular strength, and cardiovascular health. Fine motor transforms, from the infant's palmar grasp to the precise pincer grasp, turning pages, holding crayons. They stack, draw first marks, and by preschool can cut along a line, button a coat, and draw circles and squares. Separate skills integrate into coordinated sequences, running and kicking a moving ball, navigating crowds, alternating feet on stairs. This period is a testament to play-based learning. Through unstructured free play, children practice and perfect the motor skills essential for independence and school readiness. Middle childhood and adolescence, spanning 6 to 18, are years of refinement and specialization. Fundamentals, running, jumping, throwing, and catching, become fluid, efficient, and powerful. Kids now have the coordination, balance, and cognition to learn the rules and strategies of organized sports. They ride bikes, learn proper swim form, and participate in team sports like soccer and basketball. The brain is highly adaptable, prime for mastering movement patterns that can last a lifetime. Growth and change increase strength and endurance, but puberty's rapid growth can temporarily disrupt motor control. Feeling clumsy is normal. With time, the brain adjusts to new dimensions and proficiency returns. Positive experiences in sport, dance, or outdoor pursuits foster lifelong active habits. Focus on participation, skill development, and enjoyment. Coaches assess form and teach warm-ups, flexibility, strength, and recovery to prevent injury. These lessons equip youth to manage their own physical well-being into adulthood. Upon entering adulthood, most have reached peak physical potential. Reaction time, strength, and cardiovascular capacity are typically highest in the early 20s. Lifelong motor skills are integrated and automatic, supporting demanding jobs, recreational sports, and complex daily tasks. For many, this is a long period of motor stability. The goal shifts from skill acquisition to skill maintenance. Habits and occupations shape outcomes. Active work challenges motor systems. Prolonged sitting can drive declines in muscle tone, flexibility, and cardiovascular fitness, plus postural issues and back pain. It becomes critical to intentionally incorporate activity. Maintaining motor health is proactive preservation. Use it or lose it. Regular balanced exercise is key. Brisk walking, swimming, cycling. Strength at least twice a week preserves muscle and bone density, which slowly decline after age 30. Flexibility and balance grow in importance. Yoga and Tai Chi support mobility and control. Professionals screen for limitations, emphasize ergonomics, teach safe lifting, and assess functional abilities like carrying groceries, stair climbing, and chair rises. Consistency is the message. As individuals enter older adulthood, the body undergoes natural changes that affect movement. There is gradual muscle loss, sarcopenia, and decreased bone density. Joints can stiffen, and the nervous system slows, lengthening reaction time. Vision, hearing, and proprioception may decline, impacting balance and coordination. Walking patterns may shift. Shorter steps, wider base, slower speed, and everyday tasks can require more planning. Increased fall risk is significant. Injury, loss of confidence, and reduced activity can spiral into further decline. Yet function can be preserved and improved. Emphasize functional fitness, strength, balance, and endurance to stay independent. Staying active slows muscle and bone loss, improves balance and flexibility, and even boosts cognition. It is never too late to start. Simple home modifications, removing trip hazards, improving lighting, adding grab bars, create safer spaces that encourage movement and preserve autonomy. Across all stages, pediatricians, physical therapists, and geriatric specialists use assessments to evaluate motor function. These tests are not intimidating. They identify issues early, track progress, and guide support plans. For infants, observation of spontaneous movement and primitive reflexes confirms expected nervous system development. For older adults, the timed up and go, stand, walk 3 meters, turn, walk back, and sit offers a powerful indicator of mobility, balance, and fall risk. Faster times reflect better function. Structured observation looks for symmetry, smoothness, and stability. Child hopping on one foot, adult heel to toe. Fine motor is checked by grasping small objects, writing, or buttoning. Qualitative insights complement timed tests. Interviews matter, daily routines, activity levels, challenges, and questions like, "Have you fallen in the past year?" or "Are you afraid of falling?" Combining observation, time tests, and interviews yields a holistic picture and a personalized plan to move better and safer. The connection between our bodies and our minds is profound, especially between movement and cognition. When we move, we stimulate the brain. Exercise increases cerebral blood flow, oxygen, and nutrient delivery, nourishing neurons. From infancy, reaching builds neural pathways for visual processing, spatial judgment, and sensory feedback. For school-aged kids, regular vigorous play and structured exercise improve concentration, memory, and problem-solving, priming the brain for learning. In adults, activity releases endorphins, eases anxiety, and regulates sleep, supporting cognition and emotional stability. In older adulthood, movement supports cognitive longevity, is linked to lower dementia risk, promotes neurogenesis and stronger connections, and helps preserve memory centers like the hippocampus. In essence, keeping our bodies moving maintains and protects the brain. It is truly remarkable. The journey of human movement, as explored through developmental kinesiology, is a continuous story of growth, adaptation, and preservation. From the first tentative head lifts to confident adult strides to carefully navigated elder steps, movement defines our interaction with the world and our health, learning, and independence. Each phase builds upon the last. Tummy time core enables toddler running. Childhood coordination fuels adolescent sport. Active adult habits protect mobility later. Understanding the stage-by-stage progression lets us give the right support at the right time. The science is clear. Small, consistent actions have profound impact. We don't need to be elite athletes to benefit. Design environments that encourage movement, safer parks, strong physical education, walkable cities, inclusive opportunities for all ages and abilities. Let us appreciate the magnificent machinery of our bodies and commit to keeping it in motion, with strength, with purpose, and with joy. Let's get moving.